Testing, testing, testing audio. Do we have sound? Do we have sound? Testing, testing. Go out that door and then walk. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting for the referees. All right, ladies and gentlemen, South Kent is taking the ice. Referees are here. St. Louis is stepping on the ice, and we're getting ready for our 6:30 matchup between the South Kent Cardinals and the St. Louis Junior Blues, or the St. Louis Blues AAA Hockey Club. This is the boys' second game of the day after they had a tough one this morning against Little Caesars, top team in the country. The boys, after the first 5 minutes, they settled in and played pretty well for the rest of the game. But this is a new game here against St. Louis. I do not know the record for the Blues for the tournament here so far. Maybe 0-2-1. How you doing? Good. And South Kent will in black. St. Louis Blues are in white. And as you guys know, we should be starting this game right to left on your TV screen. And so referees will ask the players to switch. Once this game gets going, since we played two 23-minute halves. .30 seconds remaining here in our warm-ups. So we will be ready to roll here shortly. And we'll have, as you know, my prediction will be number 29, Bennett Law, in net. Between the pipes. Boys had a little bit of a about a 4-hour break between games. Maybe 5 hours. I don't know exactly, to be honest with you. But South Kent's looking to get their first win of the weekend. And we hope that the boys can come out strong and play a 46-minute hockey game and hope that they can get a W and feel good about going into tomorrow's 5th game before they head back to South Kent on a, I don't remember, 6 o'clock flight, 5 o'clock flight, I don't know. So we'll start here with Brooks Armstrong, Alex Momeau, Caden Kern, Hunter Carson, Drew Allison, and as you know, Bennett Law between the pipes. All right, here we go. Referees are ready. St. Louis controls the faceoff. They come into the South Kent zone, get it behind the defenseman. They chip it out in front, and the net's off, but referees don't see. And Bennett Law makes the big first save of the day. And that comes over to Momo. Momo carries it into the offensive zone, takes it to Brooke Armstrong. Down low on the far side, Momo comes out, walks out, save. Bennett, nets off. All right, apologies for that. I wanted to wait for a whistle so I could let him know he didn't know the net was just slightly off, and we have Cooper Plotz out here. He wins the face-off, back to Seymour. Seymour sends it down low on the boards, and that'll come out to Pomrico. Pomrico will send that one in the far corner, and Karkner's first to the puck. Karkner beats his defenseman to the puck, protects it. He has it. He walks up top. He moves it up to Mikulski. Mikulski takes a shot, but that's blocked by a stick. And here comes St. Louis into the offensive zone, just underneath of me, into Mikulski's skates, and it comes back to St. Louis, and they send that wide. Mikulski has it here, gets up, he moves it up to Plotz, but it's behind Plotz, and he can't handle it. So St. Louis will go D to D. They try to stretch the ice to the near side here by us, but Seymour's able to get possession and carries it wide, and Cooper Plotz was going to the net. It'd be nice to get to see South Kent get the first goal of the game. Build a little bit of confidence in their game. Let's see what happens. And St. Louis is a 3-on-2 with a good poke check by Bullard. Bullard to send Mascari back down the other way. But that'll come off and out of the zone, and Drew Allison just skates over top of that one. Mascari lays a big hit. Defenseman goes to step up on him, and he laid a hit on him and sent him down. And Taylor Bullard goes back to get the puck. He's got two guys on him. Four checkers in tight. They go low to high. They come up here to the near side. Apologies that you guys probably can't see. And that's back to Bullard. Bullard goes far ice to Mascari. Mascari has it. He gets into the offensive zone to Jackson Mosley. Jackson Mosley tries to slip the puck through the referee's skates. It's hard enough to get through the player's skates. You got to do the referee too. St. Louis comes in and comes wide. They come up. They work that up, backed up to the top. Come over here to the near side, and Dolan blocks that with his stick. And that comes across, and that comes wide. And that'll come out of the zone. Dolan puts pressure on that forecheck, and St. Louis sends it up the far side. It gets around Mikulski. They send it back. Take a shot. Saved by Bennett. So we'll have Armstrong with Kern and Momo, Carson and Mikulski here for this face-off. St. Louis is able to control it. They send it down low. They come behind the net, move it back up top to the defenseman here. He takes a shot, hits somebody in front. I don't know exactly who, but Hunter Carson steps up. He takes it, and Armstrong gets the stick on that one, and that will go out of play. So that'll come back out here in the neutral zone for a neutral zone face-off. We'll go right to center ice with that. And that'll get to Mims. Momo comes wide, takes a shot, and that's glove save. With 19:38 on the clock. Back in, Armstrong for the face-off. And St. Louis is able to get that out on the face-off here. Hunter Carson pulls it back. He pulls it to Mims. Momo, he drives in. He sends it over to Armstrong. Armstrong has it. He cuts back to his forehand. Back down behind the net for Momo. He cuts back, doesn't go low to high. Tries to cut through and go out. Hunter Carson takes a shot. Mikulski takes a shot and gets that on net, and that's a glove save. So we're getting a couple of scoring opportunities from the points. Get that out from low to high and get some shots, and hopefully we can get some rebounds and crash the net. Which will bring out Plotz, Seymour, and Karkner with Bullard and Pomerico. A little bit of a different face-off lineup here. And that'll come out, and Bullard will throw a little backhand off the boards, and that'll go to Seymour, who's able to put it in. Karkner's moving his 200-pound frame down. He sends puts a check down. He's getting body. He comes out with it. Karkner moves it back up top to Bullard with a great low to high pass, but that gets blocked off his shin pad. And Cooper Plotz has it. He comes around. He cuts back. Keeps it on his forehand here and out-muscles his guy behind the net, and that'll come out to Pomerico. Pomerico take a shot. That goaltender didn't really get a full look at that one. That goes up over top. And St. Louis will send it back down to the near side here. Cooper Plotz down on the forecheck. Karkner over to help out. Seymour the high guy. Seymour sends it down low to Karkner, out to Plotz. Plotz gets hooked. Thought maybe they'd call that one. But St. Louis is able to send it behind there, and that will go down for an icing. And come down the other end of the ice, and that'll come to the left of St. Louis's goaltender. In the far circle down there in the corner. Mosley wins that faceoff. Allison sends it in deep. Mosley and Mascari down there. Hunter Carson pinches down to keep that one in. They go D to D on the far side. They look to stretch it up the ice. They can't handle that pass, so Allison goes back to get it. Allison sends it over to his partner, Carson. Carson spins off, comes to his forehand. Mosley chips up, and Itai gets checked. And Bennett Lodge directs that one to the boards. Drew Allison gets that one out of the zone, takes a hit there, and that'll come up back here to the neutral zone. Sends it far side. Allison back to retrieve it, moves it over here to the near side to Carson. Carson moves it up to Mosley, who chips it over to Mascari. Mascari sends that one in low and on the cross ice. And down into the corner, St. Louis will break out. They come up the ice. They come through, and they can't get past Mikulski. Mikulski cuts back. He takes off. He's going to not draw a penalty there. I thought he had that one. But no. But Momo has it. He sends it over to Armstrong behind the net. Kern's in there to help out down low. Comes back over here to the near side. St. Louis defenseman comes back to get it and moves it up. And here we have a guy coming down, driving to the net. And on Mikulski, and he tries to get him to the outside. And Bennett Law there to make the save. And St. Louis is back at it into the South Kent zone. They beat Pomerico, but he's going to call that one. But he doesn't call the trip. Calls a hooking on Pom. But doesn't call the trip 30 seconds ago. Okay, so you got to work through that. Zoom this out for the power play here. Cooper Plotz in to take the draw. And St. Louis is able to control it. They move it up top. And back here on the half wall. Back up top. Looks for his guy. He's wide open. Bennett Law there. And it sends it across. And Bullard is able to get that out of the crease. And they come low to high again. They slip it across to their guy. They try to crit the cross-ice seam, and that goes off Plotz's skates. Seymour after the puck. He puts pressure on it. He comes down, takes a shot. Saved by the St. Louis goaltender. St. Louis will come up the center of the ice here as they move it to the far side and send it behind the net. They go low to high. Back to the half wall, back up top, over to the far side. Allison out to contest them, and back up top. They move it over to the high guy there on that side, and Allison knocks his guy out of the way. Seymour down to try to chip that one. It doesn't get it out. And St. Louis is able to control it. Seymour goes through and gets it out. And they'll see if they can get a line change here, but it looks like South Kent still can't get a line change. They have 35 seconds to go. Seymour comes in, sends one high off the glass. St. Louis is able to step. Mikulski steps up, chips one around his guy, comes down in, takes a shot. That goes over the net. And Mikulski now has it and pulls it back out here in the neutral zone. He kicks it over to Mosley. Mosley's now into the offensive zone. And St. Louis is able to control it behind the back of the net. St. Louis will have, and that'll kill off a power play, and that'll get South Kent back to 5-on-5. They come outside in. They step through on Carson, but Kern's there to help out. Mosley has it. Mosley tries an indirect pass off the boards, but not able to get through, and he gets as Kern gets it through to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to chip one, but St. Louis will control the puck. He opens up. He tries to come to the near side, and they move into the out. Come down here on the outside, try to get it far side, and that is going to be off. And I'm not sure why the referee's not blowing that whistle dead. But it comes back up top. It looks like it's still off, and Bullard can't get that one out. And that comes off. That hits a post. And they send it back down. Hunter Carson after it. He chips it up or jumps around his guy. Is on the far side. St. Louis defenseman pinches down and keeping it in, and they send it back down below the goal line. Bullard goes back. He cuts back, spins off his guy. He moves in a nice little outlet pass to Armstrong. Armstrong through the middle. He decides to hold on to it and not move it out wide. He gets tripped up, and here comes St. Louis back the other way. They come back into the offensive zone, and that is offsides. So with 13:01 remaining in this first half of this game, is still a scoreless game with 0-0. Seymour takes the face off, wins that back to Bullard. Bounces up over top of Bullard, but it comes to Pomrico. Pomrico tries to hit Karkner on the near side. Karkner enters the zone. He tries to move it over to Seymour. Just out of his reach, that tries to get bounce one off, but Seymour is able to protect the puck still. Cooper Plotz had it. Bullard moves it over to Pomrico. Pomrico takes a shot, and that gets deflected, and that's gloved out of, and have a stoppage of play. Cooper Plotz in to take the face off. South Kent kind of sort of wins it, but it gets back to St. Louis. St. Louis sends it. They try to chip one off the boards, and Seymour has it. That'll come back to Bullard. Bullard will backpedal. He'll move it over to Pomrico. Pomrico hits Seymour down the middle of almost a little bit of a 2-on-1, but Seymour can't get a shot off. He gets a little slash to the stick, and that jumps over Cooper Plotz. St. Louis goes to the far side, hits their winger. They break out of the zone. They have a 3-on-2. Hit up Bullard. Tried to go backdoor, but Karkner's back to get it. Karkner has it. He's coming up the ice. Karkner drives wide. He tries to send that to the middle. That doesn't get through. Kern puts pressure on his guy, and he's able to stop it. Keep that into the zone. Moves it over, and just over top of Plot's stick. Drew Allison pinches down on the far side. Kern protects it off, and Momo has it behind the net. Momo's stick handles, has options, moves it over to Armstrong, cross ice, but Armstrong can't spin and get a shot off. Hunter Carson's able to play it alive in the zone. Moves it from Armstrong to Momo, who fans on that one-timer. Momo gets the puck. He's battling down low. Kern comes in to help out. He loses an edge and goes down, and that'll come back into the neutral zone. But Hunter Carson's there to shut that down. And they try to stretch the ice, and Allison gets his stick on that one. He comes over here to the near side to Carson. Carson zips one up to Momo. Has a hard time holding on to it, but they come across ice, and they send that back down the South Kent zone with Allison back to get it. Allison comes up the near side. He sends it far side, just ahead of Armstrong, and back to Allison. Allison goes to the far side to Momo. Momo can't handle that pass. And they go D to D, and they hit their guy through the middle. That's in skates. Brooks Armstrong steps up, and they chip it back to Allison. Allison over here to Carson. Carson gets it up, and Mosley gets a stick on it and keeps that play from being an icing. And St. Louis will have possession. They move it up. They come back on a 3-on-2. They kick it to the wide side. Mikulski stops it with his shaft of his stick, and Mosley takes off and goes the other way. He dishes it over to Mikulski. Mikulski comes in the zone. He hits it to Etai. Etai takes a shot and just misses. He goes wide. And that was Billy Mascari with a nice shot from the outside. So they got a little bit of an offensive rush there. Mikulski drove the middle, kicked it wide to Golan, and Golan took a shot that just missed the outside of the post. So we'll have Seymour out here with Plotz and Kartner, Mikulski, and Pomerico. St. Louis controls the face-off, but that comes out to Plotz. Plotz stick handles, backhand, not able to bury that one in front. And St. Louis is back the other way. Pomerico steps up on his guy. Looks like he took the worst of it. Mikulski will cut back. He doesn't have a play. He goes to the outside, pulls the puck back through the middle, and carries it into the offensive zone. He takes a shot and fans on that one. He's on the pressure, and Kartner down low. Kartner's the first guy on the puck, and he knocks his guy over. He moves that out to Plotz. Plotz has it. Plotz moves it a little scissor play with Pomerico. Pomerico misses the net. Bullard pinches down hard, throws a little backhand down for Kartner. Kartner still has possession of that down low. And St. Louis is able to come out with it, but there's a couple of, looks like they turn it over to Allison, and Allison's trying to come into the zone, and that is going to be an offsides play. We did not have all 5 players out of the zone. So that'll bring out to a face-off right here for Armstrong. And that's in a couple of skates. That gets back to St. Louis, but Mims takes a shot. It's blocked, comes back to Kaylor Bullard. Bullard sends an indirect pass off the boards to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to throw that one to the middle. Kern is able to intercept that. Kern gets down to the corner, and Momo, he walks the top, he cuts back, pulls it in the toe, he slips it, tries to slip it to Kern on the backside. Probably had a good option to take that shot there. And St. Louis is out of their zone and cross the red line here, and Drew Allison stands up his guy. Bullard has it. He throws it to the far side. It rims it up the boards to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to pull that one inside, but he can't get it. And Kern up to Mims. Momo tries the outside, tries to take a shot and sneak one in there between the 5-hole. But Kern's on the back check, but St. Louis comes back the other way. They kick it out to the outside. He can't handle that. He takes a shot, backhand, goal. Knocks that one out of midair. St. Louis will get the first goal of this game. Why is the clock still running? 7:34. 7:34, dude. Clock was running. 7:34 on the clock, should be. Oh, they're going down to 7:25. Okay, so should ask the official scorekeeper or score clock guy, myself. Mikulski goes back to get it behind his net, moves it up to Mascari. Mascari gets it out, and that's come up. They have a 3-on Golan down on the forecheck down low. And St. Louis is able to come out with it, but they can't get it past Mascari. Mascari sends it back down. He was on the other side of the red line, so there's no ice. And St. Louis will set up behind the net. South Kent sets up their 1-2-2 forecheck. And they go an indirect pass up off the boards. Hunter Carson bats that one down, but he's able to keep it. Mosley has it. Mosley's got the wheels moving down the far side. He tries to cut inside. He gets knocked off the puck. He gets hit from behind, and Mosley gets hit against the boards, and that will send South Kent to the power play. We'll get that up on the board. I believe they're going to be a 2-minute power play, unsponsored power play here down in Coral Springs, Florida. I believe he got him for an interference. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off with Armstrong, Kern, Karkner, Momo, Allison for the power play. And South Kent's able to get control of it. They move that puck back to Armstrong, takes a shot. It was saved on St. Louis. See if we can zoom in a little bit more. We're a little far from the action. South Kent gets possession off the face-off, but St. Louis will have it. And Karkner throws a big hit. That comes cross ice. Allison's able to keep it in. Armstrong spins off his guy. But that gets turned over, and Allison will come back for it. Allison will settle that puck down and set up behind the net. He comes up the middle of the ice here. He dishes it over to Armstrong. Armstrong enters the offensive zone, pulls up, slips one back to Allison. Allison over to Momo. Momo has it. He spins back. He hits the bumper up to Allison. Allison takes a shot. That goes high and blocked by St. Louis, and that'll come down here just underneath of me. And down will come Allison back to get it. With 1 minute remaining in this power play, Allison swings down behind. He's waiting for his players to get a line change. And cuts back the other way and gives it to the near side to Momo. Momo he chips that one past and gets into the offensive zone. Momo carries it on the far side. He has it and comes up to the high side. He decides to keep it and come down the low side to Seymour. Seymour takes a shot. Rebound. Bang it in front. Hunter Carson's there. He's finding loose pucks. He found one yesterday. He's trying to find a second one on the weekend. Hunter Carson's in. He outmuscles his guy. Hunter Carson tries to move it up top. He moves it up to Mikulski. Mikulski cuts back. He dances around. He sends it over to Seymour. Seymour gets a shot on net. Down low. Seymour has it. He moves it back up top to Mikulski. Mikulski back to Seymour. Back over to Momo. Momo has it. He takes a shot. That's rebound back to Jackson Mosley. Gets knocked in there. Back to full strength. Mikulski has it. Takes a shot. That's a glove save by the goaltender. And they have a guy coming out, and he sneaks in behind the defenseman. He comes down. He takes a shot and whips one top corner. And St. Louis will go up 2-0. South Kent's had the better part of this play in this game, but they are down 2-0. They got a claw back from behind again. Armstrong in to take the draw. They win the face-off. That goes from Pomerico over to Bullard. Bullard moves it up to Armstrong. Armstrong comes into the offensive zone, cuts back, loses an edge, goes down, but they're able to. South Kent still able to control it. They try to skate through the middle of the couple sticks there, and St. Louis chips that one past Pom. He comes down to the wide side. Bullard puts the body on his guy. He sends him off. Ty Golan sends it behind the net for Pomerico. Pomerico has it. He hits Armstrong in the middle. Armstrong comes up. He dishes it out to the outside to Kern. Kern takes a shot, and that goaltender will make that save and shut this whistle down with 3:28 to go. Cooper Potts in to take the face off with Seymour and Karkner. Carson. Seymour has a shot. That's a save. Carson tries to knock that one down with his glove, but he's not able to. Or he's able to, but he's able to get it back into the zone. And that comes rims around and sends up the ice here to St. Louis into the zone. Hunter Carson went for the big hit. And Drew Allison has it. He sends it over here to the near side to Hunter Carson. Carson moves it up to Karkner. Karkner had the right idea and tried to go an indirect pass off the boards, and that kid knocked it down. And they'll call high stick, or maybe went into the bench. Not exactly sure. Bring out Mosley here with Golan, Mascari, Pomerico, and Mikulski. St. Louis will control that face-off. And turnover there from Mosley's trying to give it back to his defenseman, but a little bit of a miscommunication. Mikulski sends it back behind the net. St. Louis now has possession. They go low to high. They send it back down. It comes back down behind the goal line. They indirect pass. Mikulski's battling his guy. And they send it back up top. They take a shot. That gets tripped off. And St. Louis has possession of this. They move it down to the near side. He tries to beat him to the outside. He hits the cross ice seam, and he can't find it. Able to control it. But he's able to keep it in. That puck is going to go wide. And Mosley knocks his guy. Mosley's down low, and he tries, but St. Louis is able to come out with it. They go back up top. They're running this shift here. A lot of low to high plays. South Kent's having a hard time getting it out. Pomerico go back to get it. He comes up the middle of the ice. He hits Mosley. Mosley's up, and he chips that one in down on St. Louis goaltender and makes the save. So we have 5-on-5. We'll have coincidental minors here. Mosley to the box. St. Louis to the box. Lions. Don't know him. Maybe they both just gave him roughing penalties. I have no idea. They don't make the gestures here. So we'll have Armstrong out here to take the face off. Kern comes in. Kern's down. He sends it behind to Armstrong. Armstrong has it. He comes out to Momo. Momo, goaltender, makes a save. Momo tries to show that puck in, but Allison is able to keep his feet moving and get it down low. Armstrong has it. He moves it up to Kern. We have 1 minute remaining here in the first half. St. Louis is able to get it out of the zone. Allison plays that tight D, and he's able to keep that in. But St. Louis will control that puck. They try to throw a high sauce pass up, but Bullard's able to get it out. And St. Louis is going to have to dump that in. Bennett Law goes back to play it. Kaylor Bullard has it. He hits Armstrong on the far side. Armstrong hits Momo coming up through the neutral zone. Momo comes down the far side. Alex Momo just hit a few times. He still has the puck. Spins back. That puck comes out to the blue line to Mikulski. He pulls it to the middle. He takes a shot. He tries to go to Hunter Carson. That bounces off of his stick. And they come back and they take a shot, and that's blocked by Kern. He takes another shot. That's saved by Bennett Law. Mikulski with 5 seconds to go. He gets tripped again, throws it to the middle of the ice. And that will end the first half with St. Louis ahead 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a 13-minute break roughly for them to cut the ice. And we'll be back. So if you need to take a little break from the couch and get ready to come back to see if South Kent can come back from a 2-goal deficit here. Boys are playing hard, playing physical. And they just need to get one past the goaltender and get one in here and see if they can get a second one. Hopefully it won't be too late. But they'll be starting here on a fresh set of ice. Fresh sheet of ice, I should say. And we'll be back here momentarily. Till then, go grab a drink. All right, folks. Hopefully you're able to hop off the couch and get a couple of refreshments and maybe some popcorn. Get ready here for the second half. And in this period, South Kent will be going left to right on your screen. For the second half, and we will start this second half down 2. South Kent will come out with Armstrong, Kern, Lameau, Carson, and Allison. Same 5 that started the game. St. Louis will control that. Come into the South Kent zone. Allison will spin it over to the far side. St. Louis will have it at the point. They throw it back down the half wall, back down behind the net for Hunter Carson to grab it. Hunter Carson loses possession of the puck. And over to Allison. St. Louis will now still control it. They go low to high. They go D to D, and he tries a little one-timer. That comes off the heel and is sticking into the corner. Hunter Carson is able to get it out, up to Armstrong. Kern coming into the offensive zone. Kern takes a shot. That gets blocked. And Armstrong's not able to get it. Armstrong toe drags there, slips around, comes down here to the outside. Takes a shot, and that goes across the goaltender's crease. That'll come back, and Mikulski will have it. He cuts back. Here he comes down into the offensive zone. He goes inside out, spins back, has it, still possesses it, sends it down low to Kern. Kern throws it back out to Mikulski. And it goes the length of the ice. Pomerico will go back to get it. Pomerico sends it up the far side. And Karkner throws an enormous hit in against the boards. And they move it up to Seymour. Seymour does a little toe drag, slips it around. That's going to be an offsides play, and that's just offsides by about 6 inches. So we'll get Mosley back out of the box. And we're still playing 5-on-5 hockey here. Seymour in to take the face-off. South Kent controls it. They send it back to Bullard. Bullard goes back to get it, moves it up to Plotz. Plotz tries to send that to Seymour. There's a battle along the boards right in front of the South Kent bench. We have 4 South Kent players and 2 St. Louis players. And Karkner comes out with it. And he moves it over to Allison. Allison up to Seymour. Allison gloves that one down, tries to chip it over to Seymour, but Bullard steps up on that, but that comes back to St. Louis. St. Louis throws it across ice. He comes down the far side. He sends one in down behind and have the defenseman go back and get it. Cooper Plotz gets it. He sends it far side. That's ahead of Karkner. Mosley, first forechecker. They bring it D to D. They bring it across here. And Billy Mascari tries to knock that one down, but not able to keep it in. And St. Louis comes back the other way. They take a shot. Bennett Law steers that one to the corner. Mascari tries to take one indirect off the board, so that'll come out of the zone. And that comes back into the corner. Billy Mascari gets to it. And Mikulski puts his guy into the boards, and that comes out of the zone and sends it. That will not go for an icing. St. Louis behind here. That's intercepted by Golan. Golan takes a shot, saved by the St. Louis goaltender. Mosley in, gets held. Hunter Carson throws it back down behind the net. Golan on the forecheck down here. Golan tries to seal off his guy from coming up the ice, but St. Louis will go back behind the net. He turns that puck over to Hunter Carson. Hunter Carson in the slot to Billy Mascari. Mascari tries to throw a quick one on net. Tries to throw a second one with a glove save. St. Louis, the referees were standing here. So Mosley draws a power play for South Kent. That will be cross-check. $19:21 remaining here in the second half. We'll have Armstrong out here with Kern, Momo, Karkner, and Allison to start this power play. See if we can zoom this one out here for you folks so you can hopefully see the whole thing in the power play. South Kent controls that face-off. That comes out to Allison. Allison tries to hit Momo, but that's over his stick. And Kern has it. He comes back. He spins it over to Karkner. Karkner over to Armstrong. Armstrong decides not to move it back up. He comes across ice to Momo. Momo has it. He looks off his defenseman. He takes a shot, and he makes the save. Glove saving for 23 seconds into this power play. Face-off one back by South Kent. They take a shot. That's tipped off of Karkner's leg, and he can't find a rebound. And that'll come out here into the neutral zone for Allison. Allison cuts back on his guy. Comes up the near side here. Into the offensive zone. Gets sticked. He's still able to hold on to it. But gets it down in deep. That comes up, and now we had over Momo's stick, and that'll come down the other end of the ice. Bennett Law to come out to play it. He sends it up to Kern. Kern has it at the red line. Kern chips it up the boards, and that will go too far for Karkner. Momo has the puck. He cuts to the outside. He comes into the offensive zone. He cuts back. He tries to fancy through there, and that's out of the zone. Momo will have it back in his zone. He gets sealed off. That puck gets turned over. St. Louis has it. They send it behind the net. Seymour goes back for it. Seymour has it. He leaves it there for Mikulski. Mikulski, they have 30 seconds remaining here in this power play. Mikulski sends one over to Seymour. Seymour comes in the offensive zone, tries to cut around his guy, and not able to keep possession of the puck, but Cooper Plotz has it. Cooper Plotz tries to get it to the middle. Bennett Law now has it. Bennett Law will have it and gives it to Mikulski. Mikulski cuts behind the net. He cuts back, and they're down to that power play's over. Mikulski moves it up to Seymour. Seymour across ice to Plotz. Plotz comes into the offensive zone. Plotz pulls it in, tries to take a big hit, and Plotz goes nowhere. Plotz, he gets stunned on that one. But he stood on his feet, and they try to send that the length of the ice. Hunter Carson stops that one. This game's pretty physical here, folks. Billy Mascari hits his guy there. Seymour sends one over to Hunter Carson. Hunter Carson up to Mosley. Mosley moves it to Mascari. Mascari cuts to the middle. He takes a shot, and that's blocked. And they bring it here to the near side. They come up down the left side here, and they send a soft one in on Bennett Law, who steers that to the corner. Kaylor Bowler to get it. Bowler moves it, tries to move it up to Golan, but he can't get it, and that goes off at Kern, and Golan has it. Golan carries it through the middle of the ice here, pulls and drags, he can't handle it. Kern goes in the net for the rebound, and he's not able to capitalize. Golan spins off his guy, tries to walk out below the goal line. Armstrong now has it. Armstrong spins it up to Golan. Golan turns and throws one, and it comes to the near side corner. Bullard pinches down to Caden Kern. Caden Kern tries to bounce one off the boards to himself, and St. Louis has it. But that gets turned over, and that's Golan has it. He tries to step off the wall, and St. Louis will send one down on Bennett Law. Bullard has it. He tries to send one up to the near side to Armstrong. There's a battle along the boards. That pops loose. Golan throws a backhand pass. That might come all the way down here on the goaltender, who sends it out to the neutral zone. They spin it back and come to the near side. He moves it up to the far side. They come in, they drop that one back. He cuts back. He tries to hit the late trailer. He's able to find one. That goes over the net. And Seymour gets rocked as he goes in to lay the body. They come out low to high and move it at Sutter step facing Bennett Law will make the save. Glove hand save with 15:05 remaining here in the second half. We'll have Seymour in to take the draw with Kartner, Momo, Allison, and Carson. St. Louis controls that face-off. They go down low. They try to throw one across crease. That comes up to Momo. Momo will have it. He hits it to Kartner. Kartner comes down. He cuts to the middle. He gets knocked off the puck, but he's able to move it over to Hunter Carson. Hunter Carson moves it down low. Momo is able to fight off his check. He fights off another one. That puck bounces back. It comes here to the near side, and they just throw that back into the neutral zone. Hunter Carson will take it, and he'll send one back down low. That goaltender comes out to play it, and that's an indirect pass, and that's going to be cut off by Momo. Momo tries to protect the puck, gets knocked off, and St. Louis will go back behind their net. They send it off the boards, and that will go down on Bennett Law. Bennett Law, and Hunter Carson had the right idea, but that puck just bounces up over top of his stick. He tried to stretch Momo, and St. Louis pulls it in. Mikulski pinches down. He's able to keep that puck in, and St. Louis is able to come out with it. And St. Louis comes up the other end of the ice, but South Kent will have it, and Mikulski with it. He comes in. He tries to gain the line and send one deep, but that gets turned over, and St. Louis goes back the other way. He tried to go outside in on Palmerico. Palmerico stands his guy up. They come to the outside. Mikulski dives and knocks that one out of the play. Bennett Law will take it and shut it down with 13:33 to go. Face-off will come to the right of Bennett Law. Takes a shot. Palmerico makes it, blocks that with his body, sacrifices. Itai Golan tries to get it deep. Can't get it deep here, but that'll come out, and that'll get sent down the length of the ice, and that's no icing. Palmerico will go back to get it. He's the first guy back. And that comes up to the defenseman, who slides it over to the far side. That'll go behind the net. And they bring it up back up top to the middle. And that's a bad bounce off the boards. Billy Mascari's down there. And here comes Jackson Mosley. He tries to move that up to, and Itai's able to get that in. He gets bodied off right here along the boards. And they send it up the far side. And that'll go down deep for Kaylor Bullard. Drew Allison moves it. Tries to hit Golan. Armstrong gets hit from behind. We have Drew Allison. We have two defensemen leading a 2-on-1. Allison tries to go cross ice to Kaylor Bullard, but they're able to come out of the zone. Bullard has a good stick on that one. Momo cuts that one back. He indirect pass off the boards to Kern. Kern has it. Kern slides it over to Armstrong. Armstrong has it. He just slaps at it. And Kern has it. That should have been, thought maybe he's going to call that a tripping penalty. That will come the other way. Hunter Carson. Sorry, I'm a little late on the turns. That slips off his stick. And that'll go in for a South Kent goal. Brooks Armstrong will get the goal for South Kent. And they'll get this game back to 2-1. That goal will come at 11:37 remaining. Apologies, I thought I hit the button. And South Kent wins that face-off. Mikulski comes back through the middle, toe drags, pulls that one out to the outside, spins back, cuts back, out of the zone. Now has it, and Seymour is going to send that back down behind the net. And St. Louis is able to control it, moves it up to Karkner, who sends it far side. And St. Louis goes back to get it. They have it on the far side. Come back here to the near side defenseman who picks up is the late guy. Mosley intercepts that one. They move it to the outside, takes a shot. And Hunter Carson's able to, he originally had it. Mikulski goes down for the slide, and they beat that one. And that just goes wide. That comes over here to the near side, or far side. Mikulski has it, tries to pick it up, loses it. He sends it up here to Mosley. Mosley's not able to get a stick on that, but that could have gone down for an icing. And St. Louis will have it, and they'll go far side. And they're able to gain the line and send that back down behind Bennett Law. Kaylor Bullard gets it, moves it to Brooks Armstrong, who can't handle it. Now come off another big save. Two big saves here by Bennett Law. Kern battling down low. St. Louis has it behind the net. They have it on here on the half wall. They go up to the defenseman on the far side. He takes puts one down low. Kaylor Bullard tries to get a stick on that, and Bullard has it. But Armstrong's able to come out with it. He moves it to Momo, who comes here on the near side. He tries to cut to the inside, and that goes high and over the glass. He sends it back down to Armstrong. Armstrong has it, or moves it to Kern. Momo has it, tries to cut out, and that's down low. Comes up. Allison's able to control it. Allison pulls that one around, and that goes down deep. Kern has it. Kern protects the puck. He's coming out with it behind the net, moves it up to the defenseman to Pomrico. Pomrico takes one and puts one down low. Momo walks out. He tries to shovel one, and not exactly sure where that. I think South Kent will go shorthanded on this one. Are they going 5-on-5, or are they just going? They're both going for a roughing call there. 5-on-5 hockey. 9:02 remaining here. This one is Seymour, Karkner, Mosley, Allison and Karkner, or Hunter Carson. My apologies. South Kent gets that, or St. Louis gets that one far side. Gets it down low. St. Louis has it. They try to walk out from behind the goal line. That's Bennett Law makes a big save. Jackson Mosley has it. He tries to get it out of the zone. He's able to get it out. Carter in on the forecheck here. They use the boards and they try to send that to the middle, and Hunter Carson hits him, and then he gets hit from behind. And we got Brooks Armstrong chipping that one out, and that gets Brooks Armstrong has it. But St. Louis has it. They come to the far side, and it's a 2-on-2. He tries to slip that one through Pomrico. And they hit the late guy coming in, and Corbin Karkner takes a big hit. 7:54 remaining here in the second half. Very, very physical game. A lot of hits coming in this game here. Looks like South Kent is down Cooper Plotz from that hit earlier. Not exactly sure. He's off in the outside. Itai Golan can't get through. Pomrico steps up. Golan gets knocked off, but St. Louis will send that the length of the ice. St. Louis goaltender will come out to play that. Set it up for his defenseman, who sets up behind the net, moves it up here to the near side. He hits it to the far side. And they enter the offensive zone, cut back. Billy Mascari's all over his guy. Kern has it. He gets it out of the zone. And St. Louis will carry it through the middle. They come in, take a shot. Mikulski gets it and directs that to the boards. He finishes off his check into the corner. Seymour comes through. Mascari will have it. He moves it up to Golan. Golan comes in. He has a late guy. That gets behind Seymour, and St. Louis will come the other way. Allison will try to hold on to that one, and Seymour has it. Behind the net, he sends it back to Allison. Allison will get that puck and move it up to Mosley. Mosley moves it, tries to move it to Seymour. That jumps over his stick. Seymour in on the forecheck. He'll have St. Louis is able to come out and exit the zone rather quickly. Bullard bodies up his guy. Has good gap control there and shuts him down. And again, there's a nice little strum along the wall on the near side that we cannot see from this angle. But St. Louis is able to come out with it. They go to the point. They take a blocker save by Bennett Law, and St. Louis will go for a cross-checking penalty here. He hit Drew Allison from behind, which will bring the face-off back down the other way and put our 2-minute power play up here. Zoom our camera out. Opposite way. Here, we'll have Armstrong, Karkner, Kern, Momo, and Allison for this power play. See if we can get this game tied at 2. St. Louis will control that face-off into the near far corner here. St. Louis is able to come out with it, and Allison knocks that one down. And they turn that one over, and that will be waved off that icing. Kern puts a body on his guy. South Kent has it and sends it out, and Armstrong will have it here in the near corner. He moves it out to Allison. Allison over to Momo. Momo misses it. Take pass with Armstrong. Armstrong moves it back up top. Back to the near side to Armstrong. Back up to Allison. Allison back down to Armstrong. Armstrong takes a shot. And Kern gets it back out to Allison. Allison over and gets across ice to Momo. Momo spins off his guy. He has it. Goes across ice to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to get one in, and that will be taken away by St. Louis. They come the other way, and that will go. Oh, St. Louis is able to get it and score a short-headed goal to make this game 3-1. We have not stopping and starting on pucks. St. Louis takes another 2-goal lead with 5:02 to go. Seymour out here. We need. St. Louis will control that face-off, and they'll send it the length of the ice. Mikulski goes back to get it behind his own net. Mikulski will have it here, and he comes up the middle, and he sends it up to Golan. Golan hits Seymour. Seymour has it. He pulls up. He moves it, tries to move it to Golan. Mikulski slips that back down, and Seymour doesn't make it hit that pass to Mikulski. Mikulski will go back down to get it, and we'll have 18 seconds remaining here on the power play. Seymour now has it. He carries it up, drops that back to Mikulski. Mikulski comes through the neutral zone. Mikulski comes into the offensive zone, stick handling, and it's back to full strength. Seymour has it on the far side. Seymour cuts back. He pulls it in, comes to the middle, tries to take a shot on net, and that just goes wide. Golan down low. St. Louis is able to come out of the zone. They're 1-on-3. They send it down, and Hunter Carson goes to get back for it. Hunter Carson stops behind his net. He tries to hit Golan, and that'll go the length of the ice for an icing with 3:41 remaining in the second half. I do not think Cooper Plotz has been back. So the lines we're already short bench, lose another guy. St. Louis wins the face-off. They control it down on the far side. Pomrico is able to keep that pressure on the puck, but Mims loses possession, and Bullard has it. He sends a reverse over to Pomrico. Pomrico takes a hit, but South Kent comes out with it. Kaylor Bullard comes down to the near side. He takes a shot. That goes just under the goaltender's pad, and that will be saved. Three minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the second half. Armstrong to take the face off with Kern, Mahmoud, Bullard. And they send it. Pomrico's able to control it, handle it, and that's going to go for an icing with 3:03 remaining here in the second half. That'll come to the right of the goaltender, St. Louis goaltender. And we'll bring out Seymour, Karkner, Mosley, Pomrico, Bullard. See if we can get a late one here and maybe get the goaltender pulled. Karkner loses that draw. St. Louis up high off the glass, and that is out of play. St. Louis controls that faceoff. They send it over there to D. They bring it to the near side. He tries to go an indirect pass off the boards, and we will have an offsides. Seymour in for the face-off. He wins that back to Allison. Allison over to Hunter Carson. Hunter Carson chips one up to Karkner. There it goes to Seymour. Seymour tries backhand toe drag there. And Karkner has it. Karkner's able to spin off his guy, protect the puck, comes low to high to Allison. Allison sends it back down low to Mosley. Mosley back up out front. Karkner can't handle it, and they send it the length of the ice, and Hunter Carson goes back to get it. Carson has it. He moves it up to Mosley. Mosley backhands up to the Karkner. Karkner comes here to the near side. He takes a shot that goes off the St. Louis chest and up the boards to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to send that down low. Mikulski will have it. He has it. Moves it over to Pomrico. Back to Mikulski. Mikulski tries to cut to the inside and loses balance there, and that puck gets turned over and back into South Kent zone. Kern has it behind his net. Kern leaves it to Pomrico. Pomrico moves it up to Momo. Momo has it here. He on the far side and enters in the offensive zone. He sends it up top and not able to control it. Pomrico has it, but he tries to get it to Mims, and that bounces off his stick and sends them back to the other end. That'll come all the way around to the near side and send it far side back down again. Bennett Log back out to play it. Mikulski has it. He sends it over to Momo. Momo tries to send it up to Armstrong. Armstrong. And St. Louis will control it. And St. Louis enters South Kent zone. Tries to get to the outside, but that's stick lift by Allison. Allison moves it up to Armstrong. Armstrong stays with it. He loses possession of it, and Allison jumps in and joins and helps up. We have down to 40 seconds remaining in this game, and we will have a whistle with 35.3 seconds to go. So we'll make our clock down to 35. Here in offensive zone face-off, South Kent down 2. And St. Louis is able to control that. They'll go off the glass and out into the zone. Bullard back to get it, up to Mosley. Mosley has it. He tries to go indirect, and Mosley takes that hit. Seymour has it with 20 to go. Seymour spins back, down just underneath us. He takes a shot. That almost snuck in. And Karkner has it. Karkner will go move that puck up to Allison. Allison walks the line. That hits Karkner. And they're able to get it. That'll 5 seconds here, and St. Louis will take that and end this game 3-1, and that will end this game here for St. Louis. South Kent falls 3-1 to the Blues. South Kent goes 0-4 so far on the weekend. They'll have one more game tomorrow. They'll either play the 9:15 game or they will play the 11 o'clock game tomorrow morning. We do not know who they're playing. South Kent's beat up. Losing another guy. Hopefully Cooper Plotz is okay and he's able to come back tomorrow and help this roster as we're down to 8 forwards, 5 defensemen, and 1 goaltender. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait to see what we have. I hope everybody stay tuned and see who we play tomorrow morning before the boys head back to South Kent on their flight. Enjoy your evening, and we will see you tomorrow morning. I do know this game will be on Rink 3. We'll have the exact same setup that we have right now. Until tomorrow morning, I will see you in the morning.